There are several stages of the financial learning process that we all go through before we gain both confidence and competence in personal finance. Competence is what leads to confidence, and the confidence you obtain allows you to continue to consistently show up and do what it takes towards your financial goals. In this video, I'm going to share with you the financial learning stages. You're going to gain self-awareness on where you are in your journey towards financial mastery, and it's really going to help you feel less frustrated with yourself as you move forward. My name is Yvonne, and the goal in this channel is personal growth. So if you want to improve the quality of your life, click the subscribe button to level up. As we go through life, we take steps and move through a normal process of learning as we aim for mastery in any given area. This is known as the hierarchy of competence. It's a model in psychology. It was actually developed in the 1970s by Noel Birch. And that attempts to really explain the stages that we go through as we learn. Think of learning levels like a staircase, and each level is like a step in that staircase. You see, each step moves you closer towards mastery. The learning levels are known as unconscious incompetence, conscious incompetence, unconscious competence, and conscious competence. You see, we aim for mastery. So what we're really aiming for is conscious competence. And these 4 steps can be used to really notice stages in any skill development, from riding a bicycle to learning a computer program to even personal development. In your mind's eye, you can see these steps maybe as stairs. And what we want to do is to maintain momentum and really celebrate and declare victory as you move into a new developmental area or level. So what we want to do is practice, acknowledge where we are, and become self-aware of where you are in your journey, and then you move forward. So now let's take a look at what has been recognized as the 4 learning levels and see where you might be right now in your journey towards financial mastery. You see, being aware of the learning levels will really assist you in doing more of what you want to do. The first level of learning is called unconscious incompetence. And here you don't know what you want and you have no idea how to get it. You don't know what you don't know, so to speak. You're just beginning, like before you knew how to ride a bike. So for example, financially, you don't even know you need a budget at this point. You're just making money decisions really without a plan. You're not aware of how your daily financial decisions really impacts your financial situation or your financial future. You're making mistakes, but you don't even know they're mistakes. And ultimately, because you don't know what you want, and you don't have any set financial goals and no financial plan, you're just not financially aware. Okay, that's the first level. Now, the second level of learning is consciously incompetent. Here you know what you want, but you just don't know how to get it. You're beginning to practice, learn, and grow. You see, conscious incompetence is the most difficult stair because you know what you want, but you just don't know how to get it. And see, many people find it difficult to move past their imperfections when learning any new practice, and they give up too easily. This is the stage where most people give up because they're frustrated, and their frustrations and their fears really come up to the surface, even though they have well-meaning intentions. But here's the thing we need to realize. We're always failing forward and learning from our mistakes. We really need to lean in. This stage is like using, for instance, using the bicycle analogy, is where you see your best friend riding a bicycle and you realize that that might be possible for you too. And you begin to think, gee, it really would be nice to have a bicycle. See, that's where you're beginning to know what you want. aha, there's a goal. I want a bicycle, right? There's a goal. Previously, it wasn't even a goal. You were just kind of, meandering around. But this time, there's an awareness. Ha, I want this for myself, right? So, for example, from a financial perspective, you become financially aware. You finally realize the current way you're living just isn't working for you anymore. It's not setting you up for success now or for your future. And you know that if you keep doing what you're doing now, you're going to end up with nothing. So maybe you figure this out through some major event. A lot of times major events really triggers that awareness and we wake up from that. So what made you wake up from this financial stupor is maybe, I don't know, your car broke down, right? And you realize you just don't have enough savings to cover the expenses of the car and cover some other things you had in mind for that month. Or maybe it's the moment your friend goes on an awesome vacation and you realize, gosh, it's been a while since we've gone on a nice vacation. And you just never thought of saving that way for a really nice, fun vacation for your family. A big one, not just something around town, but a real one where you get on a plane and really go somewhere and explore something new, a new culture maybe. So there's an aha moment when you see someone that you know is doing that. And that it might be something that you can achieve for yourself and your family, right? Or another trigger or aha moment is maybe you hit a certain milestone age and you realize you're not really where you should be financially at this point in your life. This is the moment you pick up a book or you check out a few personal finance videos, but you're still scattered, okay? You're grazing the surface in terms of information. And if you are on this stage, I encourage you to keep reading, keep taking courses, and keep asking questions. This is the curious stage where you're consuming a lot of information, trying to figure things out. You're gathering a lot of personal finance information. And if that's you, just know it's okay to still be fearful and afraid that you might mess things up. So you really don't take action, too much action at least in this stage. You should be doing something, but you don't know exactly what or how, okay? You know what you want, but you're not clear with how to get it, if that makes sense, okay? You're dabbling with the idea of what financial freedom might look like for you. You're consuming a lot of information. You're overthinking. You're really not doing anything or taking action or doing much with the information that you're gathering, but you're getting clearer with what you want. And you do have a set of clear, specific financial goals. And I want to be clear here that this is a process, guys. Like, this doesn't just show up. When you're in that stage in your life, when you're gathering the information, you might feel like you're wasting a lot of time, but you're not. You're really not. You're growing. You're like that seed under the ground that's just beginning to germinate, okay? You're getting clearer with what you want, okay? You're painting a better picture of what it is that you want, setting financial goals for yourself, and then you're just kind of trying to figure out how to do it, okay? How do other people manage their finances? You're kind of at that stage. So, for example, you want an emergency fund to cover you for 3 to 6 months. And some money set aside for a nice vacation. You also know that you want to save for your kids' college education. You also know that you want a nest egg for retirement. So you've got some things pegged out, okay? So now the third level of learning, okay, is consciously competent. Consciously competent. Here, you know what you want, and you also know the steps to how to get it. You have the skill, but it's not yet habitual or consistent yet, okay? You're using trial and error. You're practicing and learning how to become consistent. Okay? Here, it can become a bit boring, for a while because your improvement is not as noticeable as the other stages. It's less noticeable here. So for example, this is where you're learning to maybe ride your bicycle with training wheels and you're becoming more proficient, right? Using that bicycle analogy to kind of put things into perspective. So from a financial example, this is when someone says ETF or mutual fund or crypto, and you know what they're talking about. Finally, you understand, and you don't need that much brain power to pick things up, or you don't need to Google it and search it and, quickly check your definitions to make sure you really understand it. No, you get it, okay? You understand those, you're starting to understand that jargon and those words and that financial language. You can read or listen to a personal finance topic without your eyes glazing over, right? You begin to understand and you're starting to really apply what you're learning. Here is where you take the goals you have set and you establish clearer strategic financial planning. Okay, you have a financial plan on how to get there. So here's where you open up a savings account for your emergency fund and you set up automatic payments from your paycheck, and you know that if you stick with it and if you're consistent, in 2 years' time, you'll be able to have your emergency fund to cover you for 3 to 6 months. You've got a plan, okay? You know where you are, you know where you want to go, and you know how to get there. You also have a clear plan for your retirement, and you know exactly how much you need to maintain the lifestyle you want in your golden years and how much you need to save each month to get there. Okay, so you've set up maybe your 401ks, your Roth IRA, your investment accounts, and you see that you're actively saving for your retirement nest egg. Okay, you haven't perfected it yet. Okay, so for example, here is where you say you want to maximize, for instance, your 401k. Your budget isn't there yet, but you're kind of working a few things out to make sure that you accommodate your lifestyle in order to really maximize your 401k. So you're making adjustments in this phase. You're changing plans. You're talking to your spouse, and you're working with your kids, and you're really making changes to be able to accommodate for this new lifestyle. Kind of like too when you make a decision to go to the gym because you want to lose maybe a few pounds, and so you realize it's going to take more than one time to go to the gym. You have to turn it into a lifestyle. Well, guess what? When you choose to make it into a lifestyle, some things have to change. For the first thing you notice is you got to get rid of all that sugary sweet stuff, and the processed foods go away. Okay, and certain things are no longer in that fridge, and everybody has to accommodate, right? The whole family is on a diet when mom's on a diet, that kind of a thing. So it's an adjustment, and it's a lifestyle change, and it's uncomfortable. It really is uncomfortable. I remember when I'm going through that right now. I'm trying to lose several pounds from baby weight, and we're changing our diet. The refrigerator is changing. We're drinking more water and juices. We cut out soda. So that was a huge adjustment, especially for my husband. If he's listening to this, he'll smile. It was a huge adjustment for him because he grew up on that stuff, but I didn't, thankfully. More water and juices and stuff. But what's my point? My point is it was very difficult, and we're still adjusting. We're still, there's that weekend comes along, oh, soda. And I'm like, soda's not for celebrating. We're doing water here. This is who we are. We are a family that's healthy. This is who we. So that's the same thing with your finances. We are a family that saves. Okay, we're not the family that goes around and doesn't have a plan and doesn't have structure. So there's structure and there's planning, right? So for instance, if you're trying to have this diet thing, you're doing groceries on the weekends. You're planning your meals in advance. Okay, there's prep time, planning, groceries, and the budget that goes along with it. There's so many things. You're adjusting and making lifestyle changes. So I want you to be aware of that this is normal and natural to be uncomfortable in this stage, okay? Because you're changing your lifestyle to accommodate for these financial goals for yourself. And your family. So this is a big deal, and this is certainly something to watch out for. And once you're frustrated, just say, okay, I'm aware. This is the frustration stage. Okay, this is the lifestyle adjustment stage. Okay, and when we go to the next stage, you'll see it does get easier. It does get better. But this is an uncomfortable place. As we get into adjusting lifestyles and settling into the new way of doing things, okay, for your family. So remember, you've got, so for example, another example is you've got a clear plan on how much, your child may need for college and what percentage you want to contribute for their college funds. So maybe you've talked through this with your spouse and you've decided if you want to do an educational savings account, a 529 plan, or a custodial account. So you've kind of figured things out in that sense and you're actively saving towards it. Also too, that vacation goal we're talking about, maybe it's already funded. It's being funded into a savings account specifically for that purpose. So in this stage, you know what you want. You have a plan how to get there, and you're actively doing the work to do so, but you're also learning what works and what doesn't for you and your family. So you might be a little inconsistent in your budgeting, and you're also figuring out what investments are better than others for you. And you might still be dipping into your maybe your vacation savings account here and there as things come up. You're learning, okay? You're aware when you make bad decisions, though. That's a good thing. But the most important thing, even though you know you're making a bad decision, you're aware of it and you are course correcting. So you're course correcting in this phase when you make mistakes. Whereas in the past, you made mistakes, you didn't even know you were making a mistake. Okay, so, but one thing too here is in this phase, you just don't have the discipline or the money behavior fully in place. Okay, it's not locked and loaded yet. Let's go to the fourth level. The fourth level of learning is unconsciously competent. Here, you know all that you know, and confidently, you know that there's always more to learn. Okay, your skills are habitual and your skills are automatic. So the conscious mind can focus on other things while demonstrating that skill. Similar to like when you're driving, when you're driving, you're not thinking too much about driving to here or there. You know what to do, right? You get in the car and you do your thing. So it becomes so unconscious, kind of like driving. It's just so normal. It's so automatic. Of course we're saving, right? Of course, we're doing grocery shoppings on the weekends. Of course I've got a grocery list. Of course I'm budgeting, right? We do this all the time. This is like nothing, right? So it just becomes natural. This becomes a part of your lifestyle. This is where, using our bike analogy, is you're really maneuvering with your bike and you're coasting at this point. You've got confidence, okay? Your confidence is really through the roof. So, small steps consistently taken lead to remarkable results. And there's a quote that I want to share with you by Benjamin Graham in his book, The Intelligent Investor. He says, "The best way to measure your investing success is not by whether you're beating the market, but by whether you've put in place a strategic financial plan and a behavioral discipline that are likely to get you where you want to go." You see? So for example, financially, you have a personalized strategic financial plan, and having a personalized financial plan that captures where you are, where you want to go, and how to get from here to where you want to go. okay? And it factors in your time frame, your budgetary restrictions, and your risk tolerance, okay? So it's really all encompassing. And you see, what separates truly investing from gambling is really having a plan. Okay, I'm going to say that again. What separates investing from gambling is having a plan, and you'll know if you're taking too much risk or too little risk just based on the strategic plan that you have set up. Okay, so for instance, picking stocks or bonds by picking hot tips or trying to time the market, right? Timing the market meaning buying when it's high and selling when it's falling, or even simply deferring your investment decision making to someone else is genuinely risky. So investing is to put together a portfolio that ensures that you meet your goals and protect your future no matter what the market is doing. Okay, so that's what you're doing. So in this stage, you continue to learn and grow and refine your investing skills. You're also working with a coach and a mentor that can help you with your wealth mindset and your money behavior, and ensuring that you stay disciplined and stay focused on your goals. And also can see areas that are maybe blind spots for you that you're not seeing. And so you're really coasting, and you're really you're in financial mastery. You really are when you've got a strategic plan and you're working towards it, and you're seeking better ways to stay on track from a mindset perspective. Because as they say, most of the financial literacy is the psychology, is our behavior. Okay, we know what we need to do, but how do we make sure that we stick to it and we stay consistent? That's the secret, right? And that's key. And in order to achieve that, that means that we need to build that wealth mindset, that money mindset, to ensure that we modify the behaviors and we stick with what we know is the best for us. So in conclusion, building your financial mastery is a learning process. So you want to be patient with yourself as you go through these different levels of learning. Traditional personal finance education tends to focus on facts and numbers and really ignores the inner work and the mindset, that transformation that's really needed to build lasting results. So if you're ready to invest in your financial education, I encourage you to enroll in my signature Money Mastery program. I've curated and tailor-made this program especially for women who are ready to upgrade their mindset for wealth. And this really is an exclusive offer for high-achieving women that are committed to transformation and to really get out of debt, save more, increase their income, and invest to build generational wealth. This exceptional and unique experience will really support you in having the peace of mind that comes from having an action plan, a strategic financial plan towards your financial freedom. So if you're ready to live a life full of financial success and prosperity on your terms, click on the link below in the description box to enroll. Also, it's always great to have inspirational and motivational reminders to keep you moving forward towards your dreams and goals. So click on the description box below to choose your favorite custom designed gift for yourself, family, friends on my online merch store. I actually have one of the t-shirts on here. This actually, I've washed it several times, so I'm really impressed and really happy at the quality of the t-shirt. It's got the doodle heart, which is my absolute favorite, and also the coffee mug is next to me here, so you can pick out the doodle heart design or other designs that are available for you in the merch store to keep you inspired and motivated to achieve your financial and your personal life dreams and goals. So click on the link in the description box below to purchase. And also, if you enjoyed this video, please remember to subscribe to the channel if you want to improve the quality of your life. And I'll see you on the next one. Oceans of love. Till next time.